Happy Monday. Here I am. I'm doing this for the first time. I've been thinking about this channel of mine for months and months. It's been a lot for me to figure out. Basically, I don't know anything about it, so it's taken me forever to figure out. I'm a Gen Xer, which apparently means that I hate sharing personal details with people. I want to stay private and keep my thoughts and everything to myself, and that doesn't work because I want to share my story with everybody who watches my channel. Mostly because I'm living a really extraordinary life and feel like God has given me that chance to live this wonderful life that I'm living, and it's my duty then to share as much of it as I can because I think that I could really help a lot of people. So that's me getting over myself. I really don't want to do this. It goes against my nature, but I'm doing it though. So I've decided that every Monday, barring catastrophe, I'm going to check in with the channel and share important details with anybody who wants to watch. So here I go. This is me. I'm Jeffrey Coldcreek, and this is where I'm here next to my Coldcreek, by the way. Out here in the mountains, it is freezing cold. It's a snowy day today, and I just want to tell you all about what's going on. So first of all, I'm overcoming MS. I'm living a really strong life despite the fact that a brain scan, an MRI, and a spinal tap over 10 years ago told me that I had just a few more years left of declining, miserable health, and then that would be it. My doctor in 2014 told me that by 2019, that's literally what he said, you're going to be in a gravity chair being fed. You're going to choke on your spit eventually. Grim. My boss at work told me, yeah, you should just go on disability and just take a rest. And I knew, God's voice was with me all the time saying that's not the way. You've got to beat this. And I remember so many of the stories he shared with us were about people who were given challenges because God knew that they could overcome them. Yeah. And that was very, very hard all these years. That's one thing that I'm going to share with you guys. Details as time goes by in my different updates. I'm going to tell you all about the things I do. I'm going to tell you, first of all, how my relationship with God is foremost, and how my diet, everything that I eat, everything I put into my body, either my nutritionally or my mind, everything has got to be healthy and nutritious. And the exercise that I learned how to do through God's grace, that is making me so strong, stronger than I think I've ever been. Well, anyway, so it's not to say that I feel great all the time. On this Monday, I can tell you that over the weekend I didn't feel well. I didn't feel very well at all. I felt really discouraged, and because of that, I started to feel bad again, physically bad. I went for my walk here in my neighborhood through the forest, and I couldn't do it. I had to come back because my legs were too weak, and it felt just like those early years, the 2 years or so after I began. I thought, what is happening? What is going on here? Well, on Saturday, after feeling terrible in the morning, I went and did my heavy lifting, my deadlifting workout that my wonderful friend Andrea in Italy showed me how to do about a year ago. And you know what? It was just like taking a miraculous, curing medicine like you only read about, because the medicines they give us these days are not meant to have that kind of an effect. Yeah, that's what I believe. But this did. I felt terrible, and I went and I did my exercise on Saturday morning. I did my deadlifting. I did my squats. I did my bench press. I did my jump roping. And I felt fine. I felt fine afterwards, everybody. I did. I walked away from the gym thinking, did I really struggle? Yeah, I did. And, but I didn't anymore. Anyway, what happened next? Well, Saturday, okay, I had a wonderful time with my wonderful wife. Guys, imagine that. You're married to a beautiful woman that you love so much. You have you have children. You have a great family. But if you're sick, what can you do? Can you really experience that, or are you just going to be lying around feeling horrible and miserable, and your wife, your loved ones, they're just going to be always watching you being miserable. And that'll be a burden that they have to lift as well. I'm so happy to share that that's not, what happened is we all had a great time. Everybody had a wonderful time. My children went to their ski practice at the local ski resort. Yeah, we have a ski resort right down the road from us that's made just for the local kids to enjoy. And they got to have a wonderful time, and I got to go and hang out with them. Okay, that's the point. Back in these last 10 years, I wouldn't have done that. I would have just said, oh, have fun, and I would have laid down. I would have tried my best not to feel terrible. No, I went with them, and I had a great time. People with MS understand what I'm saying, that, on the outside, we look totally normal and healthy and not happy at all, but we look like normal, and people wonder, what's going on with him? Why doesn't he join us? God bless him. I didn't know anything about MS before I had it. I remember I was just happy I didn't have a brain tumor. I thought, oh, this can't be that bad. Oh, it was pretty bad. But it's impossible almost for even your loved ones to totally understand. And the best you can do is to be healthy if you can. And, magnificent news. I'm so happy to share that. I'm Jeffrey Coldcreek. I'm a songwriter. I love making music. I always have. Growing up, I was always in bands, and it just meant everything to me. I thought, I'm going to be making music. My friends, my wonderful friends growing up, we were all together making music, and some of them were blessed with a music making life too. And all these years I've had songs. I've had beautiful melodies and songs come to me, and lyrics that have slowly turned into songs. Well, I'll definitely share in detail. This will be a topic I can share with you, but these years being sick put that to a complete stop, because my mind is the thing that MS attacks. It gives you something called brain fog. All of your thoughts become completely distorted. And if you're trying to be creative, for example, for me, I would feel that rush of satisfaction of making a song, and then that rush of emotion would make me sick. It would, because extreme emotions in MS cripples the sufferer. And so I wasn't able to create songs like I wanted to. I created Carry On, which I hope you guys have listened to. I posted that about a year ago, but that was the first step back from this, because that song I was able to finish it and make the demo, but I was still very sick at the time, and everything slowed down. Well, I'm happy to say that in this last year, since Andrea put me in contact with this overcoming treatment that I have, my mind has been unlocked. And the joy I get from songwriting has come back with a vengeance, with a wonderful vengeance. And I've been able to finish all of those little snippets. Those of you out there who are songwriters like me, you know that a wonderful song, a wonderful chorus or a melody can come to you, or a line that you know is going to be a song, but you can get stuck and it just becomes a forever, like an artifact of your dreams, you know. And the worst part of being a songwriter is not being able to finish songs. Um, well, in this last year, that creative spark has come back, and I've been able to finish songs. I'm so happy about that. In the month of January, this last year, I finished a song, which I'm still trying to think of a cool name about for. Can't wait to share it with you. This week, my goal is to record a demo, just a rough demo, and post it on the channel. I hope that people will enjoy hearing that song. It's a song that I've had in my head since the days that I lived in Europe, when I used to ride around in those European trains like on Harry Potter where you close the doors. And it came to me the thought of coming up to a train station and seeing a beautiful girl outside and just being struck by, who's that? I want to meet her. And then daydreaming about what that could become. And wondering if it was love at first sight or something like that. Honestly, I'll tell you all about it when I post the demo, but it's exactly how I felt about meeting my wife, because the two of us meeting each other was a miraculous, very unlikely meeting, and I've always thought that about her. And I made a song based on we didn't meet on a train in Europe, but we met in a similar circumstance, and this great song I've had in my head all these years. Anyway, so I finished that song this week. I'll be making a demo for it and posting that hopefully by Friday this week. And hopefully I'll have a cool name for it. Definitely have the song itself is done, which makes me so happy to share. Yeah, and you know what? Over the weekend, I spent all day Sunday just playing with my harmonica and my guitar and having the pencil out, writing down lyrics, going to the bathroom, closing the door, because that's a songwriter thing. You go to a place where you can be totally present with zero distractions. Like I said, I've got a wife, kids, I've got a dog, I've got all the stuff. So you go to the bathroom where nothing will distract you, and you write songs. I did that all day Sunday, and then I made a delicious dinner for my family, and they are still talking about it today, about how good it was. And then this morning, Monday morning, I got up and I went to work. Remember I told you my boss told me, hey, you should just get on government assistance and just quit, Now here I am 11 years after that moment, still working, only this time I'm at a dream job. I can't wait to tell you guys about that too. The point is, I'm not disabled, right? I'm not disabled. I'm full of strength and vigor, and my dreams are coming true. I'm making music, and I'm going to be sharing it on a consistent pace here on this Jeffrey Coldcreek channel. As this year unfolds, I hope to release a new demo song at least once a month. So February, I worked on this tune I was telling you about, and I'll be releasing that right now at the end of February. And then March, April, May, I'm hoping maybe to have a whole record, a whole album's worth as this year unfolds. I could talk forever. I better stop. I better give you guys a chance to breathe. Anyway, I hope you enjoy this. This is going to be a normal thing. Every Monday, I'll be checking in, updating about my life, overcoming MS, and having a wonderful, wonderful family life, and making music that I hope uplifts and makes you feel the wonderful feelings that I have to share. God bless each one of you. This is Jeffrey Coldcreek. See you next time.